Longview First Assembly. We're trying our best here to get something rolled out to you. This is our phase 1 plan. I mentioned last week what that would look like by, it's just a quick little clip, but I'm going to give some more details right now by way of Facebook Live, and then I'm going to trim this video up and send it by an email attachment as well to try to communicate with as many people as possible. So I'm going to read to you a little bit of the guidelines that's been mandated to us by our church leaders and also our government leaders. Governor Abbott last week rolled out phase 1 and what that pertains, or how does that apply to churches. A lot of confusion with that. I've sat in on some Zoom calls and got some clarifications as to what that's supposed to look like. So anyway, I'm seeing people, hey, Kimberly, I guess some people are watching and joining in live, and so hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Gotta love technology. So I'm going to give you some details of what this sanctuary is going to look like when you walk into this place. Hey, Stacy. One of the guidelines, at least requirements, if you want to, however you want to word that, is that in our sanctuary we have to maintain a safe social distancing. So in saying that, we have actually, and you can't tell right now, I'll try to flip the camera around so you guys can see this, but hey Dwayne, what's up, Bama? We have roped off by some really pretty tape every other row of our sanctuary so that you guys can we'll be able to maintain that social distancing. So every other row is taped off, and even within that row, families are able to watch together or sit together. I keep calling it watching because I figured you guys would be at home. We're going to be actually in this place this Sunday. But as you come in the sanctuary, you'll be able to sit together. Families can sit together, obviously, but once families sitting next to another group of families or such, there will be 2 seats in between that. And so we've taken the liberty to split our sanctuary up, divide our sanctuary up. I hate that word divide, but nonetheless. You guys can, when you come into the sanctuary, you'll be able to see the rows that are taped off. There'll be some sections of 2 seats that are sectioned off so that different family units or individuals can sit together. It's also been the guidelines, one of the guidelines has been mandated to us is that if individuals come in, if you come in, not necessarily a family member, but if you, thank you Amy, but if you come in with somebody, then you're able to sit with that somebody. Okay, guys? So that's been, you can sit that way as well. And so anyway, that's how the sanctuary is going to be split. So I want to give you guys a little bit of expectations of what you're going to see when you walk into this sanctuary, how the sanctuary is going to be split up, how the seating, what is that going to look like. And so I wanted to share that by this video for a little bit. Also, you're going to see some signs like these around the sanctuary. I know you can't see, it's kind of bright because of the camera, but it is what you see all over town, all over the world, just to help prevent the spread of this virus. There's just some your basic hygiene guidelines, how to wash your hands, watch what you're touching and stuff like that. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, mouth, something you do all the time anyway. Cover your cough. If you have a cough, you're going to be escorted out. I'm just anyway, cover your cough. Stay at home if you feel unwell. Just your basic guidelines that goes along with that. So we're going to have that all over in the sanctuary as well. Mask. Some people ask about masks. Are you going to be required to wear a mask if you come into the sanctuary? You're not going to be required to. That's up to your comfort level as well. So if you guys feel comfortable being around that, I know some have wore them. I take the liberty, and also out of respect for everyone else, I wear them when I go into a store, aka Albertsons or Super One or Sam's. Anyway, my wife and I have done that. I carry around a mask inside my car, so if I do get out, I'll put one on. Same applies for the church. If you want to wear a mask, by all means, you put one on. You're not going to be judged either way if you don't. So make sure make sure I communicate that very clearly, that is optional, up to your comfort level, however you feel fit with that. Also, you can't see right now, and I'll try to flip the camera around, but the altar area, in fact, the entire front row, because I know everyone always just runs and can't wait to sit front row with me and Stephanie, but but we have sectioned off front row. It's off limits. The reason we did that is because we wanted an altar area to be able to be a safe, social distance altar area. Does that make any sense? Isn't that crazy? We have that, so when people come down for prayer, and we got a guidelines, we have a plan and action in place for that as well. I'll be the only one doing the praying. But anyway, we have all that set out, so you'll see that when you come into the sanctuary as well. We're going to go through this plan, this particular phase of how we're rolling this out. We're going to go through the month of May. And we'll, once we get into the first week in June, we'll sit back, reevaluate once more, and then we'll continue to do it as needed. And we're more than prepared to do that. We also have some plans for overflow. If for some reason everybody shows up, and we have counted with all the rows that have been sectioned off and the seats. Of course, we've lost a lot of seating, but our youth pastor Blaine has done the count, the official count. This is it. 216 people can still fit in this sanctuary 6 feet apart. Is that crazy or what? So we've got plenty of seating, but we also have plans for overflow into our kids' room. We're going to have that sectioned off, broadcasting the service in there. And if all that, we have different plans for, in case, that's a good problem, right, folks? So anyway, we have that. Some of the questions we've been asked: kids' church, youth services. There's going to be no kids' church on Sundays, and subsequently, because of that, Sunday school is going to look a whole lot different. Can't offer Sunday school because we don't know what to do with your kids. We can't watch your kids. We're not going to have any kids programs or nurseries as of right now. So everyone will be in the sanctuary together this coming Sunday and the next few Sundays to come, until that might change after we reevaluate. But for the month of, that's right, Stephanie, we're going to fill this bad boy. Yes, so for the month of May, no kids programs, guys, no nurseries. Everyone, we're going to worship family style, just like they did back in the olden days. Y'all like the head bob right there? So that's what we're going to do. So, and saying that, we're going to be very time conscious, even more than ever before. And so just make sure you keep that in mind. And Stephanie, since you're watching, can you hear me okay? Have any feedback? I want to make sure that this microphone's not breaking up. So you guys give me some feedback from time to time, and I can see your comments. So, and saying that, guys, we're going to be time conscious. I understand to wrangle a 2 or 3 year old in the middle of church. Rid of this real quick. All right, let's see. I just flipped the camera. I don't know what I just did. Boom, I'm back. There you guys go. Can y'all hear me okay now? Okay. Yeah, there we go. I'm back. Yes. Anyway, offering. The way we're doing offering is going to be even different than how we've done it here at Long Beach First Assembly. We are going to have in each exits, we're going to have an opportunity for you to drop off your tithes and offerings if you bring them into the storehouse. You like that? Took that straight out of Malachi. If you bring your tithes to the storehouse and you bring your check and all that, we're going to have a way from you guys to be able to drop off your offerings that way. In the back on the way out, we're not going to have ushers coming around, and we're going to stop that for at least for the unforeseeable future. So we're going to do that a little bit different, and so you'll be able to do that. But of course, you can still pay online. You guys have been phenomenal with that. Can I tell you guys, thank you so much for your obedience in doing all that. That's been awesome, and so continue to do that. That's your comfort level. I know many have been doing that even before, but even more so. I think our percentage of online giving has gone up to almost 80%, so that's pretty incredible. But nonetheless, we're still going to have, for those who come and still want to bring your offering with you, we're going to have ability for you guys to drop that inside and be able to do that. Communion as well. We just ordered a bunch of those prepackaged communions. Communions, can you say that plural? It's like saying Walmarts. We'll have those prepackaged communion so that when we come to that in June and July and August and rolling out, however that's going to look like, you'll be able to serve yourself on all that. So that'll look good for you. Hey, Pam Love, how you doing? From Oklahoma City. And okay, and saying all that, guys, like I said, I didn't mean this to be so incredibly lengthy, but let me just say this. And I'm doing a little bit of study on this, and I'll be rolling this out even tonight. I'm teaching tonight, and we're still in the book of Exodus. So in saying all that, let me just tell you guys that regardless of all the guidelines and all the blue tape, I was going to say red tape, but when you come in here, it's actually blue painter's tape. Even through all the blue tape and everything we have to do to be able to provide a safe environment for you guys to worship in this pandemic that we find ourselves in, God is still going to be honored. He is going to be worshiped. And we are asking and believing for the presence of God to fill this place. And that has a lot to do with you and I, guys. It's our expectation level. How do we, what kind of expectation do we come into this place with? And I mentioned this before, and I'm going to keep saying it, guys. I hope we don't come back and do church the same. That'll be a tragedy through all this if we come back and church is still the same. That would be, and I'm telling you, we're not going to allow that. I'm not going to allow that personally for myself. Guys, the expectation level is come in, and I'm speaking about this tonight, so I'm throwing this out there, guys, but just like Moses, have the unction to ask God, show me your glory. But I'm telling you, watch what you ask for, and because that comes with, I can't wait to teach on this tonight, but I'm telling you guys, come expecting, come prepared. Who cares what this place is going to look like? We are proving now just how powerful and how the church cannot be stopped, okay? Cannot be stopped. The church is still going to be God's church, no matter we're doing it from home in a living room or inside of a sanctuary, regardless of all the guidelines that I just read off to you guys and how we're going to do things, guys. Nothing is going to change as far as the presence of God, and that's what we're going to be asking for. That's what we're going to be believing for. And we cannot wait to share this experience with you in person here at Longview First Assembly. We're on the corner of 4th and Hollybrook, 2900 4th Street, right across from Longview Regional Hospital. I can literally see that right outside these windows. And so, guys, come expecting. Come follow the guidelines, of course. I know it's going to be such a temptation just to hug, and I get all that. Just respect that. Come and respect the guidelines and all the things that have been put in place. But nothing can stop what God's going to do in this place this Sunday. I cannot wait. Can't wait to see all your faces. Can't wait to see all the families worshiping together. Guys, it's going to be awesome. We can't wait to roll this out. So anyway, if you guys rewatch this, you'll be able to see all the guidelines we have put in place, what you can expect. We have the balcony even open, and so including balcony, main floor. Guys, we have plenty of seating, even with the 6-foot social distancing put in place. We've got lots of room for you guys to come and worship God, and we even have a contingency plan, even if this place gets filled up. So don't let that stop you. But at the same time, let me just tell you this, guys. This is up to your own comfort level. You know your own self. And yes, Amy, I'm just getting to that, guys. We're going to continue to broadcast this online. In fact, up here in the balcony, we brought back one of our old cameras out of archives, if you will. It's a camera that we're going to have set up that's going to be able to broadcast what you see on stage up onto the screens. And the reason I'm saying that, if you've ever been to our church, if you sit in the balcony, it's really hard to see the speaker, the preacher, anybody on stage. And so we're going to be able to, we're going to have a camera set up here inside to broadcast on our screens in real time. But we're also going to have a tripod set up here on the balcony that's going to aim down on the stage, and that's what we're going to be doing Facebook Live with. Okay, guys? So for those of you, and then also on Monday, we'll trim that up, put that on YouTube, and it'll be on our YouTube channel. Will be available for you guys to watch that way. So yes, if you guys stay at home this Sunday, by all means, and that's what I was getting to, your comfort level, you know your own self, your own family, you make your own decisions for yourself and your family. If you guys feel like you're not ready yet to join the masses and I understand that. And let me be clear on that, guys. I respect that. That's something we're not going to judge. We're not going to think any less or more of people if you're here or not here, guys. You're still part of our church. So we're going to have live in person our campus, and then an online campus. together, all the believers will be watching together. So yes, we're still going to broadcast our services live on Facebook, and we might even be able to tie in YouTube Live on that as well. So anyway, guys, that's where we're at. I'll send this out by video on email, and also maybe by snail mail for some of you who just need to have it that way. But guys, I can't wait to see all your faces. We love you. We miss you. And just come ready this Sunday. Again, go back and watch this video if you're just now joining this. Go back and listen to all the guidelines that we have been put into place to keep this a safe environment. But bottom line, God is here. He's going to be here. His presence is going to be here. And just come expecting. Love you guys very much, and we'll see you then.